time and time again.
Gotta be honest. Very irritated. Extremely irritated. And I've been so for a few days now. Been very, very irritated. A number of things. Raymond, Smart was good. And I've been actually telling the crew that although something has been building up in me. Jerome, what's going on, pimp? I've been telling the crew that he's been asking to come out. Like he's been begging to come out. He's been really begging to come out. Like he's been itching to come out. And I told Warren, I told Kev, what's going on? I told Warren, I told Kev, told Sam that he's been itching to come out. And it's to the point where I can't control him anymore. I can't control him anymore. I really can't. And I tried. I tried to be a good guy. I tried to keep him in the cage, but sometimes it gets too big for his cage. And I can't believe that I'm at this point. I cannot believe that I am at this point. It really pisses me off that I'm at this point. Because y'all know how prideful I am. I don't look, I'm very seldom wrong. Why? Because I actually do my homework and I obsess about research. I obsess over my craft. I don't like I don't I don't I don't like being wrong. So I do my research and I put myself in the position to be right all the time. And the 90th percentile, I literally try to do that. That's literally my design. I don't like being wrong. Not to say I'm wrong right now, but I don't like that I'm at this point. It really pisses me off that I'm at this point. I am right here. I am defending Raheem Morris. Do you guys hear me? This is why you motherfuckers get cussed out all the goddamn time. It's because you put me in awkward positions like this where I have to be fucking honest about somebody that has pissed me off to the 10,000th degree. Believe me, they're gonna think I've lost my damn mind for this. And I don't like it. I don't like that I'm in this position. It has really been irritating me for the past 3 days. And I've told Warren, I've told Kim, I've told Sam, Mad Mike wants to get out of his cage. He really wants to he is itching to get out. Because I'm going to show you something, just a few things. Just one thing. First, let me do this. I want to get this all out of the way. Tonight, we got Jew Talk Sports. He's going to be going live tonight, 9 o'clock. Everyone. He's going to be going live 9 o'clock. He's going to do his live, and he's going to talk about the 53-man roster, his predictions. So you guys stay tuned for Jew Talk Sports, okay? Jew Talk Sports, as it's spelled on the screen. Join him at 9 o'clock. Also, we have the Ladybirds tonight. We have Keisha, the original, the real, the one and only Bird Lady. All right, none of them fakes, none of them criminals. Okay, this is the real deal. We have heard tonight on the Ladybirds at AFN, so check that out also. But since I got that out the way, we really at this point. Raymond, Small, Jerome, John St. Clair, what's going on? George Texas boy, Kiera, Xavier Littman, what's happening? What's going on? How you doing, sir? T-Bone, what's going on? Yasuke Knight, Raymond Elder, Christy, what's going on, girl? Just bear with me, because I may be tweaking out right now, to be honest with y'all. Kind of fucking tweak. Yeah, like I said, I may be tweaking out, and I might say a lot of stuff that y'all used to me saying, and first of all, let me make this let me make this clear. Okay, let me make this clear. Mr. James Evans, or whatever the fuck your name is, fuck you, your mama, and your cousin too. Right? That's just first of all. And fuck anybody who believes what he's saying. Fuck you too. So I'm just getting all the fucks out. Fuck all y'all. Fuck you, your mama, your cousin, your auntie, your dog, your rats, your roaches. Fuck all y'all. Why am I saying this? Because some of you bitches really believe the shit that you say is always centered around you. My thoughts are not always centered around how I personally feel about certain things. That's why I listen to the press conferences. I listen to the fucking press conferences. Okay? You talking to a motherfucker that got ADHD and I have it bad. So you talking to a motherfucker that can't sit still, and somehow I find a way to learn how to read properly, to read a book, to listen to a press conference for less than for more than 5 fucking minutes and 5 seconds. Some of you motherfuckers can't even sit still and read a goddamn sentence, but you want to sit up here and tell me and everybody else who does fucking content what the fuck they said. Instead of sitting your ass down for 10, 20 minutes and listening to the whole fucking statement, you want to rock bullshit like this. So, Mr. James, for fucking sakes, let me read this for you motherfuckers that who can't read, okay? Because we probably got some goddamn some slow-mos out here that can't read, and I'm going to read for you. Bro just be saying anything on this podcast. More life to you, I guess. A coach that gave us the best record we had in 4 years in his first shouldn't be given a chance, but y'all wanted Art Smith and we was Dookie. Y'all ass backwards. You want me to praise Raheem Morris? First of all, nigga, a cracker, whatever one you want. Mike never wanted Raheem. Mike never wanted Raheem. I wanted nothing to do with this motherfucker. Wanted nothing to do with him. This is the shit that we be talking about. Well, we call you dumb motherfuckers that can't shit still for 10 fucking minutes, but got all the gall and the what's the fucking word? They got all the courage to sit up here and type these little dumbass sentences, wrong sentences that they be typing that say stupid shit like this. And they had admit that they have the fucking they have the nerve to sit there and say, "Oh, Mike, you shouldn't call me stupid. How dare you call me stupid?" Number one time you heard Mike say that he wanted Raheem as a head coach. Y'all wanted Art Smith? No, bitch. Who I wanted for the last 5 to 10 years has always been Rex Ryan. And anybody who's ever followed me from the very beginning, I've always stated that the Falcons needed someone with some fucking nuts to be our head coach. Not all this soft pussy ass, media loving, fan loving, you got all these, you got guys like Julio Jones that's kissing all these fucking players' ass. We need somebody that's gonna smack a bitch in the face and spit in their motherfucking mouth. That's gonna smack the shit out of whomever on the sideline if it came to that. We need somebody like Brian Cox that's gonna physically put his hands on the player and Rashid Hateman while he's on the sideline. This is who we have said we needed. Been saying this from the fucking beginning. And you can go crack a fucking crack bottle or sniff some fucking glue, okay? Tanky poo. Because we know you in special ed, okay? A grown-ass man calling himself Tank like he fucking a porn star or something. A grown-ass man calling himself Tank. Oh, Rex Ryan! Oh my God! Rex Ryan's one of the greatest defensive minds in the fucking history of the game, and you got this crack baby and Tank up here laughing, and he telling me that Raheem is a better coach than Rex Ryan. And y'all wonder why we call you stupid motherfuckers. This is why you get timed out. This is why you get called a stupid motherfucker. Raheem ain't never did nothing but carry his boss's bags. Everywhere he's been, he's failed as a head coach. Everywhere he's gone and he had success, he did a great job of carrying Massa's bags. When he went to the Rams, what did he do? He carried the Massa's bags. When he was in Tampa Bay, what did he do? He carried the Massa's bags until he was handed the head coaching job and failed at that. But you want to sit up here and say that me, of all people, wanted Raheem Morris. If you're not going to listen to Mad Mike, Six Man K-Styles, Atlanta Falcon Nation, get the fuck away from me. Unsubscribe, please. Because my mission is to make sure that if you don't want to have an objective and open mind, fuck you, unsubscribe. He is great at being a boss's assistant. This is what Raheem is excelled at. We're still trying to figure out what he's going to be good at with this Atlanta Falcon team. We still don't know. We still don't know what the defense is going to look like. We still don't know what the secondary is going to look like. We still don't know if DeMarco Hill is going to be here. We still don't know what life without Grady Jarrett is going to be. We're still trying to figure that out. But you putting me on you trying to put me on the fucking on the summer jam screen. When you talk about a motherfucker like me, who is known for being the critical, the most critical of critics when it comes down to Raheem, and say me of all people, get the fuck out of here. So you can take your shit, you can take your unsubscribe button or subscribe button and shove that shit straight up your ass, because Mad Mike Sports don't give a fuck. And anybody here that got a problem with me, and what I'm saying about Raheem, whether it's positive or negative, or Art Smith, whether it's positive or negative, if you can't understand that what we do is have debates and we look at things objectively, you can shove your whole fist up your own ass. Okay? That's what you can do. Shove it up there. Oh, don't worry about it. You keep motherfucking talking, Tanky Poo. That block button is going to be for your ass. And we won't see you ever again. And I won't give a fuck. And I'm sure people in this chat won't give a fuck either. So if you want to talk football, talk football. Because a lot of you motherfuckers, when we see y'all in public, none of you motherfuckers ain't got this same energy. Y'all ain't, hi, Mike. Yeah, man, I love the show. That's really great, man. Then you get on your fucking internet and go to typing like you got goddamn Hitler or something. Okay? But this is not about Raheem and how bad I went in on him. This is actually about praising Raheem. So you can go to fucking hell. Okay? Fuck you, Tank. I ain't got time for your punk ass shit. You're gonna sit up here and do this divisive ass bullshit, you can get the fuck on too. And anybody else who want to do the same shit that Tanky do, you can get the fuck on. You want to sit up here and laugh at Rex Ryan when you got Raheem Morris that ain't never built the top 10 shit. He can't even build a top 10 load of horse shit from goddamn what you call that goddamn place? We get all that fucking Home Depot. You can't even buy a horse shit, okay? A land of horse shit to even goddamn go in. He can't build shit. He can't even wipe his own ass and put it on the ground and build it. But you want to sit up here and laugh at a motherfucker like Arthur Smith, who actually built a top 10 offensive line, a top 10 running game, a top 10 he's done that. When the last time we seen Raheem do that? He can't even pull out a big ass book out his own fucking nose, but you sit up here laughing at motherfuckers like Arthur Smith, who immediately after he got fired for the Atlanta Falcons, he went to the Pittsburgh Steelers and got a job like it wasn't nothing. So you can go to hell. And anybody else that thinks this is a channel to sit up here and piss and shit and crap all over Raheem Morris and this Atlanta Falcons coaching staff. See, that's what you motherfuckers do. What we do, we analyze and we look at every situation and we take what the Atlanta Falcons do and we analyze it and we give you the best course of actions, okay, for what will come. Why? Because we actually have people that come to our channel and people that we've had conversation with. I'm not going to say we got sources, but we got people inside that have given us certain information. So we give you guys the information that we've been told and make sure you guys are prepared. But do you fucking appreciate it? Now, you want to put on your old Michael Vick jersey. You want to jack off Dan Quinn because he got Jaden Daniels in Washington and say, see, the Falcons are part of the organization. That man ain't did shit his damn self. Y'all up here praising Dan Quinn like he the second coming of fucking Dan Reeves or something. Mike Shanahan or whoever the hell. He lose the same way every fucking time, but you got the mitigated goal to sit up here and try to put motherfuckers like Raheem on a pedestal. Are you fucking serious? We had a 6-3 start to the season, and guess what? It fucking failed. Because that son bitch couldn't know. He didn't know when to turn the timeout. He didn't know when to stop chewing gum. He didn't know when to look at a quarterback and say, "You're done, so sir, you hurt." He didn't know how to do any of that shit. He didn't even know how to say no. But you had the mitigating goal to come at me and anybody else who said the exact same thing about this Falcons franchise. Wait and see. But this ain't the reason why I'm upset. This ain't really why I'm upset. The reason why I'm upset is because you dumb motherfuckers cried, bitch, and moaned for 14 fucking years. And yes, I'm going down that fucking road. And I know people in my crew is all probably, Mike, don't do it. Don't do it. You bitch and complain about Matt Ryan need to get the hell on. Fuck that cracker. Fuck that white boy. We need to get another black boy in the at quarterback. We need to get another black boy. I'm tired of these white people coming in here and taking over our franchise. These are the same people that worship Kirby Smart. The same niggas that's sitting up here talking about Falcons. Oh, I'm a Falcon fan. You worship Kirby Smart and then talk about a white boy. It makes no sense to me. And I love Kirby Smart. But you worship the ground that he walks on. And then you look at Matt Ryan like he ain't never did shit and he's the worst quarterback in NFL history and Falcons history. I got kicked out of the Atlanta Bird Gang group. Why? Because I supported a legend. I was outcasted by everybody, not only in the Bird Gang, Dirty Bird Gang, or every fucking Atlanta Falcon group there was. I got kicked out of it because I supported the white boy. And anybody who's affiliated with the Bird Gang and the Bird Gang group and the Bird Gang page and the Bird Gang Instagram page, fuck all y'all. We got outcasted because we supported a legend. Raheem Morris has been absolutely on point what he says he was going to do with this team. I said I wanted to see from Raheem Morris consistency, and he's done that. This is why I have a problem with all of you Atlanta Falcon fans right now. Because you cried and bitched and moaned when Matt Ryan gave us nothing but consistency. You worshiped Michael Vick when he was one of the most inconsistent $100 million quarterbacks the NFL has ever seen. He is the most talented, most inconsistent, most bust-worthy quarterback the NFL has ever fucking seen in Michael Vick. And I dare anybody to sit up here and combat that. This guy was the first quarterback to get $100 million and lose his shit within 2 fucking years. It wasn't even 2 years. But I got kicked out of every group. I got outlawed and outcasted from all these fucking content creators because we supported a legend. We supported a guy that did it the right way. Raheem is doing this shit the right way right now, and you motherfuckers are calling for his job. You people are sitting up here saying that we should have got Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson ain't even coached a single fucking week as a head coach. And we're sitting up here talking about, yeah, Raheem, he's doing the wrong thing. He's going to take us down the wrong path. You weren't worried about that shit when we hired him. You weren't worried about Raheem taking us down the wrong path when we hired him. All y'all saw were the niggas in Nikes, niggas in Jordans, and he wears some capri pants, and he wears some Jordan suits and t-shirts and Falcons, and he black. He's an African-American man. He's an African-American. That's all y'all saw. Y'all weren't worried about whether he gonna play players in preseason. Y'all didn't care about what system he was in. Y'all didn't give a fuck what type of player that he was brought in. Y'all didn't give a fuck if he brought in a broke down, old ass, renegade ass fucking quarterback. Y'all didn't care. Y'all didn't give a damn about none of that shit when you're looking at a black quarterback, when you're looking at a black head coach and a black GM. But we as real Falcon fans, and you real Falcon fans know exactly who I'm talking about. We support greatness. We support players like Vic Beasley, who has been one of the better edge guys in recent history. But guess what y'all did? Y'all picked on that man time and time again. The media, the fans. Y'all worship the ground that Julio Jones, no, let me excuse this. Y'all worship the damn ground that Grady Jarrett walked on when he showed you year after year that he can barely get 5 fucking sacks. But I get outlawed. I get picked on. Atlanta Falcons Nation get picked on because we support a fucking legend at quarterback. And now we are sitting in quarterback purgatory trying to figure out how we gonna get back to a playoff. Make it make sense. Now the nigga don't war off with Raheem. Y'all want to sit up here and talk about, oh, he's a bad coach now. Why? You don't see a nigga no more. You don't see the nigga in Raheem no more. Oh, now you want to now you want to worry about the damn head coach. Now you want to worry about his strategic. I'm so pissed off, y'all. Forgive me. But I've been holding this shit for 3 days, okay? So forgive me. But since the nigga don't wore off of him, y'all don't look at him for 2 years. Now you want to sit up here and question his coaching ability. Now you want to do it. Now you want to sit up here and worry about whether players are being developed in preseason and developing practice. Now you want to worry about it. Now you want to fire him. You can't worry about if you're worshiping the guy's highlights. Julio Jones played us for years. Soon we got to the Super Bowl, Julio showed who he was. We didn't believe it. Fan didn't believe it. We didn't want to believe it because, oh, he's the great Julio Jones. He had 300 yards in the game. Julio, could you think about restructuring so we can sign some free agents and, bring in a few guys that's going to help you get more yards and help the team be able to play, bring in some offensive linemen? Julio, look at him. Hell no. Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett. The nigga that we thought was Jesus Christ. That nigga ain't helped nothing with his organization. That motherfucker smiled like a politician the whole 8 years he was here. As soon it was time for Grady Jarrett to help the organization say, hey, bro, can we please get a little bit of money back so we can get some defensive guys and get you some help? Grady said, hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Grady Jerry got the hell on. Falcon cut his ass. That motherfucker had a job the next goddamn 30 minutes later. But now y'all want to sit there and say Raheem Morris making bad coaching decisions. We asked Jake Matthews, by the way, in Atlanta, we like to say Atlanta is all about the black people. But the black people ain't even helping the black people. But that's a whole nother thing. Because guess what? When all the niggas were trying to take Mad Mike out, it was only one white boy that wanted to give me an opportunity. Y'all know who that white boy was? Lieutenant Dan. Unintentional grounding. He was the only white boy that wanted to give Mad Mike a shot. TJ Pollard, loving to death. For Atlanta Sports Unlimited. Took me under his wing, helped me learn a lot of things. White boy. That wanted to help me. Help me become a better creator. But no, now y'all want to sit up here and down all the white boy. Y'all want to look, this is the crazy part. This is the crazy part about it. This is all the crazy part about it. When you look at all the players that are supposed to be legends for this organization, it's only one real one that I can say that's not named Matt Ryan and Jake Matthews, and that's Sherrod White. Anybody know who Sherrod White is? Anybody want to know who that Sherrod White is? Oh, yeah. Roddy took everybody under his fucking wing when y'all tried to run his ass out of Atlanta because he wasn't getting the numbers when y'all wanted him. That sound familiar, Falcon fans? Because y'all did the same thing to Roddy that y'all doing to who? Kyle Pitts. Y'all did the same thing to Roddy that y'all did, y'all doing right now to Kyle Pitts. The crazy thing about it, we've been saying for quite some time that we have to bring in the coaching staff to be able to do what? Guys, it's a process. I don't want Raheem to sit up here and do it overnight. That's idiotic. You'll never be able to build a franchise if you keep firing guys every 3 to 4 years. You'll never be able to build anything. So I actually agree with how Cincinnati is doing things. It's not popular, but I think Cincinnati and teams like Cincinnati who don't look, when they hire a guy, they get his guys 5-6 years to do it. That's around time it takes to build it. Firing Raheem is not going to change anything. Because guess what? You get in the habit of constantly firing people are going to expect that to happen on a consistent basis. What's good, man? I have never changed my mind about Raheem. This is the crazy. Everybody think I changed my mind about. I have not changed shit about my mind with Raheem. Nothing. All y'all heard was my tone and selective words. You had selective memory. Okay? Now, one time, his man might say that we need to fire Raheem. I said Raheem from the very beginning, he wasn't qualified, and he has not shown me anything that he's a quality coach. And what I've stated all the time is, you just gonna have to show me. Because I don't believe all that smiling and giggling and, hey, Maria, how you doing, girl? How's the family? And I don't give a damn about that bullshit. We need wins. I don't care how cute Raheem teeth is and how sharp he is and I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about Jeff Ulbrich, his fucking beard and his baby mama and his crazy ass kid. I don't give a damn about none of that. As a Falcon fan and as an analyst, we care about results. This is what it should be about. Raheem hasn't built anything. And we're hiring people based on hope. And we're passing on guys that have actually done it. You're laughing at guys like Don Martindale, Wink Martindale. You laughing at guys like Rex Ryan. We laughing at all these guys that have actually done something, and we're praising guys like Raheem that have done nothing, but everybody likes him. So I've never changed my mind on Raheem. But what you will hear from me, there's going to be different tones for different situations with Raheem. When it comes down to certain things, I think Raheem does look. This is why players love Raheem. The players earn the right to not play in the preseason. Why do I say that? Because the Atlanta Falcons literally could have been what? Excuse me. They started off the season with Pittsburgh, and then we just scored one touchdown in that. You know, in my opinion, we just scored one touchdown in that. I think that's our game. We beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was a bunch of field goals. We just couldn't score touchdowns. And then you look at the Kansas City Chiefs. We get a bad call on that. We could have easily won that. We beat the shit out of the world champions at their own game in the Eagles. We beat them. So, the players have earned the right to not play in preseason. And this is why players want to play for Raheem. This is why they want to play for him. This is why this is a good thing. This is why people look at Raheem and say he is a guy that has head coach qualities. Because if you earn the right, if you earn the respect and the trust of the head coach, you get rewarded. And that's the way it should be. The Atlanta Falcons and the Atlanta Falcons player earned the right not to. They got up to a 6-3 start. They could have easily been 8-1. Easily. So they earned the right. It could have easily been that. But at the same time, what has to happen is, like, look, you got to protect your investment. The Falcons are in a critical state as an organization. We've moved on from Matt, Julio, Grady. We're in a rebuilding. And the last thing that we want is to put Michael Penix, Chris Lindstrom, Bijan Robinson, Drake London, All these guys in harm's way because we want to see a motherfucker throw the ball and run fast in 2 possessions in preseason. We're getting people coming up here talking, well, guess what, man? The Chiefs, they put Patrick Mahomes in for 2 possessions. So what? Patrick Mahomes earned the right to protect himself. They trust that Patrick Mahomes is not going to do something dumb and try to get an extra yard. He's going to fall down or get rid of the ball and protect themselves. Michael Penix hasn't earned that. And we know damn well that Kirk Cousins can't protect his damn self. He can't run a 5 flat. People like to use all these dumbass scenarios for other teams that ain't got nothing to do with it. Tom Brady is not going to take a hit. Well, Tom Brady playing in the preseason. Tom Brady not taking no hit. He going to throw that shit straight to the ground before you even get near him in the preseason. These guys have earned the trust of the head coach. Andy Reid trusts that Patrick Mahomes is going to protect himself. Bill Belichick, he trusts that Tom Brady is not going to take a hit. He's not going to overexert himself. Michael Penix has not earned that. Kirk Cousins has a torn Achilles. Use your heads, people. Stop being fucking emotion and looking at every other team and think because they doing certain things, it applies to the Atlanta Falcons. And I hear people say it all the time. No, the thing is, starters say that they don't need reps. So you can sit up here and say anybody can say what starters need, but if the starters show you, and this is where the trust and the organization and the players and the coaching staff, because what is paramount over anything is especially opinion, is results. The Atlanta Falcons did not get off to a slow start. They played a great Pittsburgh Steelers defensive team, and they got their ass handed to them in the first game. In the second game, they had 385 yards. Falcon didn't struggle. So they didn't need reps. If the players say they need reps and the players say, look, I'll be fine, just give me rest. And they've earned the trust from that coach, which the Atlanta Falcons did. Again, 6-3. The Falcons fell apart as the season went on. So everything, again, this is what we talk about. Every situation doesn't apply to everybody. Raheem knows and he trusts his players, and he trusts that those guys are going to be ready when they come. If it fails, guess what happens? It changes next year. But the Falcons have earned his trust. And I trust that Raheem, because what I've seen that he's going to do, and he's going to have his guys ready, and this offense and this team is going to be ready. Furthermore, on top of it, the Atlanta Falcons have something at the helm that a lot of teams don't have. We have a running game. Let me say it again. The Falcons have a running game. We don't have to come out the gate passing ball for 500 yards because we got Bijan Robinson and we got Tyler Algier, and we have one of the best offensive lines in the game. So if for whatever reason that Michael Penix comes out and he struggles in the passing game and the passing game get off to a slow start, we can just look, hey, Bijan, we need you to carry the ball 40 times. We got 2 running backs that can carry the ball 40 times. It does not apply to the Atlanta Falcons. This is what do 100%. We need to learn how to finish. We beat the world champions at their own game, running the ball, defense, clutch, and getting key stops. We beat them at their own game. But what Raheem has to do, he has to learn how to be a better coach, situational, and not just Raheem. Because there were some questionable calls in certain situations with Zach Robinson. Reps in preseason is not going to help. Okay? Reps in preseason ain't going to help a coach get smarter. Okay? This is why I need people to think. Reps in preseason will not help a coach get smarter. 3 game samples is not going to help a coach get smarter. You need years, you need experience. I have well over 5,000 videos, and people wonder why am I so fucking good at what I'm doing. I can come off the top of the head with show topics. It's because I have over 5,000. Truthfully, I have over 10,000 fucking videos and live shows that I made. That's why I'm so fucking good. That's why I'm the fucking freestyle king of this shit. 3 games in a preseason game and 2 snaps and 2 possessions is not going to help a whole team get better. It ain't happening. You need experience, you need time, you need reps, and you need plays. Okay? Experience is the best teacher. We got to stop with this nonsense. We ready to fire Raheem because we ain't seen 2 preseason. We had 2 preseason games where we haven't seen Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins, and then we want to fire the guy. And then everybody looking at me, oh, Mike tripping now, man. Oh, what made you change it? I ain't changed nothing up. I've been patient, and I've been honest about what I want and what we need to see as an organization in order to become a great, great franchise. And it's patience. Greatness, it takes practice. I was just watching the show on Kobe Bryant where Idi Amin was on a video. He was on the live show with Brian Scott. Okay? B. Scott. He used to coach for the Lakers, play for the Lakers. And he said Kobe Bryant remind him of Tupac because those guys, their work ethic was fucking insane. They practice the same shot. They practiced the same shot over and over and over. He did that for hours, 2 times a day. Sometimes 3 times a day. And you wonder why Kobe Bryant was so great? Because it was the experience. You can't hope Raheem is going to be a head coach if you only giving him a year to get it straight. Why? Because he hasn't had the success. He hasn't had the experience. He hasn't had the time. You got to give guys opportunities and time. And that's the problem that a lot of Falcons fans have. If it doesn't happen in the time, in the moment, and how you want it, everybody is a piece of crap and everybody should be fired and we should just give up. We went through like 2-3 years after we got rid of damn Vic Beasley. We couldn't buy an edge rusher. We spent so much money on edge rushers and drafting edge, and they still couldn't give us 5-6 sacks the 6-7 sacks that Vic Beasley was giving us. But we threw him in the trash like he was a scumbag of the earth. You cannot be afraid to fail. I made some horrible videos. I made some horrible takes. But you learn from those takes and learn what not to say and what not to do. I can't expect Raheem to be a great coach if I'm only giving him a year to get it straight. Like, this is why guys like Arthur Smith get fired. Because truthfully, he really wasn't their guy. At the time, the Falcons only had, when you not know, you got an aging Matt Ryan, you got an aging Julio Jones, you got for the most part, you got an aging crap defense. That's nothing to look to. Like, why would a coach want to come to the Atlanta Falcons? All our players are old. All our players are old. You know what I'm saying? Like, all our players were old at the time. So Arthur Smith was the only guy he wanted to challenge himself. And that's why I respect Arthur Smith. So anybody has a problem with that, look, y'all can go to the left because I don't care. I respect the man for coming in and trying, okay? Instead of being like the Philadelphia Eagles, all they do is try to buy everything and spend and trade for everybody else stuff. Like, that's all they do. They just spend everybody else's money. They spend money on everybody else's players and give them these big contracts, and they start all over again. They don't build a damn thing over there in Philadelphia. Y'all can say what y'all want, but I respect them. I respect Cincinnati Bengals for actually building it. I respect Arthur Smith for even challenging himself to build a team from the start, from the bottom. That man had almost 80s, like that man had almost like $100 million in dead cap his first 2 years with the Falcons. Raheem Morris, when he came to head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, that man had damn near $200-300 million in cap. Okay? He had over $200-300 million in caps in salary. And he still couldn't build the defense. But you want me to put Raheem on a pedestal because he had $300 million in salary cap, and you want me to down Arthur Smith, who had minus $100 million in dead cap, okay? Who helped develop the offensive line, ironically, what he played, who helped develop Tyler Algier, who helped develop a lot of the players. You want me to down him for challenging himself? Raheem has been given everything right. The Falcons gave him 2 quarterbacks. Okay? They gave him a wide receiver. They gave him a wide receiver in Mooney, Bijan Robinson, Matthew Bergeron. They re-signed Lindstrom, McGarry. They've given him an edge. And James Pierce, Walker. They brought in Leonard Floyd. What more do you want? Okay? This is why you won't see me talking bad about Arthur Smith. He wasn't given the same things that Raheem was given. And you want me as a Falcon fan to crap on Arthur Smith when he wasn't given $300 million to go ahead and look? The Falcons gave this motherfucker a blank check, and he brought us back a limp dick ass Kirk Cousins. Let me say this again. The Atlanta Falcons owner, Arthur Blank, ironically, who y'all want to sell the team, he gave this man a blank check. He gave that man Raheem Morris a blank check, and he brought us back a limp dick ass Kirk Cousins. And I'm supposed to sit up here and crap on Arthur Smith, who had to deal with a third round Denver, who was a project player from the very beginning, who brought us in a alleged bust in Marcus Mariota. He brought us a what? He was dealt a Taylor Heineke, and you want me to crap on Arthur Smith? You want me to crap on Arthur Smith, who was facing a deficit from the very beginning? You want me to sit up here and talk crap? Man, get the fuck, man, get out of my face with that nonsense, man. That man started with nothing. 3 straight years with 7 wins. And then we get a coach in here. We hire a coach that gets $300 million to play with, and the best that he can do is one more win than Arthur Smith. And you want me to crap on? You want me to crap on Arthur Smith? You people are insane. You people are mentally ill. And think about it, both quarterbacks didn't want. Smith didn't want. Both of them. That's the problem we're talking about. That man had $300 million to play with and Raheem Morris, and he couldn't even beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the NFC South to get in the playoff. But you want me, 6-man K-Styles, Atlanta Falcons Nation, Spinach Sports Machine, and everybody else to crap on Arthur Smith because you love Raheem Morris. That man was dealt a bad hand from the absolute jump. This is the problem. This is the problem. And what I will say this about Raheem that I'm hearing that I really like right now. And I heard it in the press conference again. I really like what I'm hearing. It's like last press conference I just watched. He said that he likes the guys that's fighting, starting crap. Like he's starting to like, he like guys with that edge. And boy, if y'all look, if y'all don't know about Mad Mike Sports, y'all know now. I love a motherfucker who starts some shit. I love people who are the edge. I love it. Everybody on our crew, they got that edge, bro. Anybody that's affiliated with Atlanta Falcons Nation, Mad Mike Sports, everybody got their edge. That's how the Falcons are going to become a team to be reckoned with. We got to be patient with Raheem. We got to be patient with Olbrich. We got to be patient with the offensive line coach, Dwayne Leffert. We got to be patient. We can't be firing guys every time we don't get. We can't be trading and give away guys every time we don't get what we want. He was dealt that. It's a difference between wanting it and being dealt with. If Arthur Smith would have had $300 million in capital, come on, let's be real, y'all. I'm about to ask y'all a real question right now. If that man had $300 million in capital, the same that Raheem had, do you really believe that man would have brought Taylor Heineke and Marcus Mariota in to be their head coach? Let's be real, y'all. Come on, let's be honest. You got $300 million. You the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Y'all really believe that Arthur Smith, who ironically just brought in Aaron Rodgers, would have chosen Marcus Mariota and Taylor Heineke? Come on, bro. You're not being realistic. There's no way in hell that man would have chose. And this is what I'm talking about. You got to look at things objectively. It's okay for people to have their opinions about coaches. Oh, this guy wasn't necessarily my type of guy, and that's fine. But Raheem has been given everything. I believe, I wholeheartedly agree there, John. That day we're going, he was never qualified. He hired a friend. And we see a lot of that in bad coaches, they hire friends. If you're going to hire your friend, make sure your friend is actually good at something. They were going to have no business trying to develop. Just think about that. Just me saying this and I'm about to say this just makes me cringe. Dave Ragone, who was with Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans, okay? They failed at developing their own quarterbacks in Tennessee. So much so they had to go to Miami and get a quarterback. Y'all know who that guy is. Sign him because they failed at developing the quarterback. And when he was with Chicago, Lord have mercy, Dave Ragone was so bad in Chicago. But we hired him as a guy to develop Ritter. Come on, bro. That man ain't developed a damn thing. This is the pattern we're talking about. This is why I said from the very beginning, Raheem just got to show me. I don't care about all that smiling and players. You got to show me that you can develop players. And from that point on, that's when the patience come in. I'm willing to be patient 3, 4, 5 years if I know that you can develop guys and I know that your coaching staff can develop. But as of now, anyone on this Falcons defense hasn't shown that they can develop anything. Nate Ollie has shown that he can develop defensive linemen because he did it with the Colts. We got him from the Texans, and we saw what the Texans was last year with their D-line. Like, he's shown us. So, like, it's all about, you got to show me. Right now, I don't know what Raheem is. I still don't know what he is. As a coach, I don't know what he's good at. The man came out and said that he wasn't a defensive coach. He said that. like Black Mario, what's going on, man? Like Matt, that's bro. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I've said there from the very beginning, which is fine. It's like I said, it's fine. So my thing is, like I always said, man, this is not about a hatred towards. If you actually listen to what we say, not one person called for his job on this platform. Never. Jude has never called for his job. Kev, Mike, Dunn, nobody has called for his job. But we are holding him accountable for the lack of development on our defense. That's it. And I already see the Jeff Ulbrich imprint on this team. We weren't fighting last year. We weren't stirring stuff up. Raheem was too busy smiling at the media. He was too busy like making all these bold statements and nothing coming from it. He was too busy talking a good game and wasn't bringing the good game. He was too busy with that. He was too busy looking at Kirk Cousins throw 4 interceptions in games for 3-4 games in a row. He was too busy doing that. We didn't see any growth from him. But sometimes as a head coach and as a leader, you got to understand, like, maybe I don't have all the answers. Maybe I need to bring in somebody that's going to help me add to what my plan is. And I give Raheem credit for that. Right now, it looks like Ulbrich has, those guys have the answers of what they want to do with Nate Ollie. I think Nate Ollie is going to be a guy to keep a close eye on because the way he done, he could be a defensive coordinator. Mucho, what's going on? So, nobody has said that this man should be fired, but we're gonna hold him accountable. We're gonna call out the dumb crap. We're definitely gonna do that. But if you think that look and see, that's the problem that I have. Because everybody like Raheem, everybody want to put all the fingers at Jimmy Lake. And that's nonsense. A guy that was never qualified to be the defensive coordinator from the very beginning. The man had never called plays in the NFL, and your head coach hired him to be the defense coordinator. But you want me to blame the defensive coordinators for mistakes. That is insanity. He's an above average coach with a top notch PR skills. That's what he is. Like, that man can talk his ass off. I don't care about that. Look, I just want to see him. I want to see the coaching staff improve. Chewing that damn gum too. Like, bro, I am good with the PR guys. Dan Quinn was one of the greatest this dude still is a great PR guy. Dan Quinn is a great PR guy. He will slogan and smile his ass off in the press conference. But I need to see Raheem develop something, consistently build a defense, players, a group, a position group, or something. So my thing is, at the end of the day, listen, when we have these people coming on our shows and whatnot, or listen to what we saying and don't take the title for itself. Some people just look at the title and say, "Yep, I understand." No, listen to what we saying, man. Look, man, look, that man can sell. Hey, that man can sell anything to anybody. That man can talk and smile. Hi, guys. Look, that man can talk his behind off. But that's gonna get us to the playoffs. That gonna get us to a Super Bowl? Hell no. Shit. As many crooks in Atlanta, shit. If all you could do is smile your way into a paycheck, shit, everybody in Atlanta be rich. There's a bunch of thieves and crooks in this goddamn city. If smiling and cheesing could win championships, shit, Atlanta Falcons they had about 20 championships in a row. I mean, the smiling thieves we got in this fucking city. California and New York too. Y'all got a bunch of thieves and smiling crooks up there. Smiling does nothing. Look, Dan Quinn ain't coaching the damn thing. Look, it's all about momentum. Y'all see one game. Y'all see one season, 1 year. And we should know better than this than Falcons fan to talk about some damn Dan Quinn coaching his ass off. Look, he did that too. That man had 2016 and never saw it again. Bruh, look, everybody. Hey, look, it ain't too many. Look, it ain't too many states in this country that could scam like Atlanta. New Orleans people, when they had Katrina and they thought they were gonna come up here and run, nah, they got a reality check. Sent their ass back home with that shit. Like Atlanta was too fast for them. So smiling and scamming people and look. It's like the end of the day. This is about development of the team. And stop asking fucking questions we don't say this a billion times. We don't say this a billion times. And you know the answer. Stop acting like a little hoe, Tank. Because that's what you acting like. You acting like a little whore right now. Who mistreating? Because everybody ain't saying what you say. I do not think Raheem will be fired. But that ups to Mr. Blank because he is the owner of the team. Firing guys every 2 to 3 years is not the way to win championships. You can't keep firing guys every 2 years and expect, we're gonna win a championship. No, that's not how it works. So stop acting like a little hoe, Tank. Because everybody ain't on your Raheem Loverboy bandwagon. Okay?
Everybody want to wear their own panties. Everybody want to wear their own drawers. Okay, everybody want their own boxers. Just because you wearing Raheem briefs, don't mean everybody else got to. It's all about progression, development. You got to be able to show people that it's getting better. Arthur Smith got fired because he showed the organization that he did not know how to develop a quarterback. And for an offensive guy, that is the death sentence. For a defensive guy to have poor defenses and have his start on the defensive side of the ball, and you constantly fail over and over and over again, that's a death sentence. So Arthur Smith didn't get fired because he was a horrible coach. He got fired because he showed the Atlanta Falcons that he did not have the answers to develop a quarterback. It's going to come down to coaching. I wholeheartedly agree. Falcons have players. Panthers have better players. Bucks have better players. It's going to come down to coaching. You got to stay out of our feelings. We got to stay out of our feelings and look at how this Atlanta Falcons team is being developed and coached. We can't keep throwing the ball to Ray McLeod and the third tight end running plays for the third tight end and stuff. Like, that's stupid. We draft guys. We draft these guys in the second and third round, and then we end up throwing the ball to guys like Ray McLeod. We can find 15 guys in the NFL like Ray McLeod. Ain't nothing special about him. That's bad coaching. When you draft guys and don't use them, that's bad coaching. That's bad coaching when you draft guys and they don't even get playing time. And you make up bull crap excuses why they not getting bad playing time. Like this. Ain't nothing special about Hodge, but his ass ain't catching 15 passes in the fucking game, is it? Why? They ain't stupid. Ray McLeod got 60 fucking catches on the season because our dumbass quarterback was too scared to scan the field, and he threw for the first person that was in his damn face. Ray McLeod got 60 fucking passes thrown to him when we could have scattered that ball to Tyler Algier, give him more touches. We could have gave the ball to Kyle Pitts more. Hell, if you really want to be serious, why the fuck am I throwing the goddamn Ray McLeod when I got Drake London? He's a young stud. Look, if that motherfucker catch 150 passes a year, I'm throwing it to him. I'm not throwing no goddamn ball to no Ray McLeod. We're up here throwing the ball to people that's never going to be great. That's a waste of my time. If I'm going to be giving the ball to Ray McLeod, I might as well say get rid of Tyler Algier. It's a waste of possessions. The ball need to be in our playmakers' hands. The end. It's like telling Dennis Rodman to come in and shoot free throws. We don't need you to rebound, Dennis. Don't rebound. We just need you to get in the game and shoot free throws. Like, huh? How the hell did that make any sense? So at the end of the day, ain't nobody thinking about no Ray McCloud. But Falcons fans, nobody care about no Ray McCloud. Nobody does. But the Falcons up here throwing the ball 60 times in a fucking season. For what? Why do we even drafting Nick Nash and all these other guys? We gonna throw the ball to Ray McCloud. Y'all really doing a poor job of trying to irritate me. That Ray McCloud ain't gonna get no type of energy from me. Y'all are very poor at trolling. Drake London is gonna have about 1,500 yards on this season, and we're gonna have to pay him damn near $25 million a year. No, that's not true. Ray McCloud is open. Throw it to him. If that's the case, your offensive coordinator is a fucking idiot if Ray McCloud is always open. Okay? If Ray McCloud is always open, there's a reason why he always open. It's because your offensive coordinator is a fucking idiot. But that's gonna go over so many people's head. That's gonna go over so many people's head. If Ray McCloud is always open, that means your offensive coordinator is an idiot. No, that's not what that means. Okay? That means your offensive coordinator is not calling different types of what? Plays. That means he is easy to figure out. Your job as an offensive coordinator is to put the playmakers in positions where they get the ball into their hands. So if the defense continues to double and take away your stars, that means your offense coordinator is a fucking idiot. Okay? Ray McCloud having 60 passes is not a good thing, people. Let me say this again. Ray McCloud having 60 to 70 catches in this offense is not a good thing. It's not good. That means your offensive coordinator is not very good at calling plays to get the ball into Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Drake London. That means he's not very good at giving the ball to Mooney. And he was a rookie. He was a rookie guy. So he was a rookie coordinator. But look, that's in time. I think he's going to be much better this year. But look, man, we got tonight. We have the I never want the quarterback the playmaker to spread the ball around. For me, if the ball is not going to the playmakers as a quarterback, look, I tell people to look at the ball, look at the game through the quarterback. I've told everybody on this crew, AFN crew, everybody. I've told if the quarterback is spreading the ball around to everybody, and he's not getting the ball in his playmaker's hand, the quarterback is at fault. Okay? The quarterback is at fault. If you got Muhammad Sanu, Julio Jones, Roddy White, and Tony Gonzalez and Jacob Tammy, why the hell has Jacob Tammy got 50 catches when you got all those other guys on the team? That's not good, y'all. Ray McCloud having a lot of touchdowns is a great thing. But Ray McCloud having 60 catches on the season is not good. Ray McCloud needs to be explosive. He needs to make big plays like Taylor Gabriel did, like Aldrick Robinson did. Make big plays. But when your fourth receiver got 60 catches, it's not good, y'all. But again, that'll go over so many people's heads. We'll explain it at another date. But y'all check out, like I said, the Lady Birds tonight. Jew Talk Sports. Jew Talk Sports. He's going to be doing a show. He's going to doing a 53 prediction. Who's going to make the team? So y'all continue to show my brother and my people. Everybody affiliated. Y'all know who it is. I ain't got to go through the whole list. And that, my friend, is the bottom line. Because Mad Mike said so. Hit that subscribe button. Tell your friend to come chat Falcon football, NFL football with your boy. I'm out of here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate y'all.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.